My name is Paulina Rodriguez. I'm a PR major. My pronouns are she, her, and I identify as queer. So I always knew I was queer or gay. I think since I was really little, I noticed that there was something different about me. I did the thing that every queer person does, which is when they're like, okay, I'm queer, you go back into your life and you kind of rewind and you analyze every moment. So I definitely did that, and I realized when I was 7 or 8, I remember my sister had this friend, and she was older than me. I just remember being really attracted to her, and I didn't know why, and I just would want to hang out with her all the time, and I just thought she was so pretty, and it kind of just went out of my mind just growing up. And I grew up in Mexico, which is really important because I think it's culturally different as opposed to being here in the United States. And I just remember always having attraction towards women, and when my friends would talk about guys, I never had the same I was yeah, they're cute and everything, but I never had the butterflies, or I never felt boy crazy. I was always really aware too of my preferences on TV. If there was queer characters, I would be obsessed over that. And it was never I was never obsessed about the Backstreet Boys or Justin Bieber. It never really hit with me. So yeah, when I came to the United States, I was in 3rd grade, and I think I definitely assimilated, and part of that too was not owning my sexuality because I was already different enough. So I knew definitely that I was queer, but it never felt like an option to come out because my family is very Catholic. They're very religious. We're very I don't know, very patriarchal. I'm homophobic, and I knew already that coming to this country, my family was everything, and coming out felt like I would lose the one tie to my home country. So I remember always thinking I'm not gonna come out until my mom dies. It was bad, you know? And then I was just 2 or 3 years ago, it kind of hit me that I was gonna lose so much of my life. And I was already going through other things, so the sexuality kind of played into it. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to go forward if I wasn't honest. So that day, I came out to my mom first, and I was just I just need to tell you something. And it was really hard. I was really nervous. And I was just I like women, you know, and I think I said I liked men too because I wasn't sure at the moment. And she was okay, did you think I was going to love you any different? But the thing about that coming out story is that she forgot that I came out to her. But I thought she was okay with it. And then I came out to my sister, and that was really hard too. And my sister was very accepting. She was I wasn't going to treat you any different. You're my sister. I love you. And then I started coming out to friends and everybody around me. And it was really liberating to not have to carry so much. And then I remember I was talking to my mom again about my sexuality, and then she was what do you mean? She had forgot that I came out to her. And that time she was kind of just pray that it'll go away in a way. I don't think she understood what I was saying the first time. And that time I was just I had already come out to friends, so I was already well, if you're not cool with it, this is who I am, I'm not gonna change. And it's been progressing that way. Because I had more conversations with my mom. I came out to her again for a 3rd time, right before I was leaving to college. And I was I just want to remind you that I'm gay, I'm queer. And then she's but you just don't look queer, you don't look gay. And you never had, I never saw you that way. And then I was just just know that I told you, you know. So in case you forget, you know I'm queer. And then every time I call her now, a few days ago, I mentioned I went to a dating thing, and then she'll just throw in oh, did you find a girl attractive? So now she has switched her approval. She says it in very small ways, but it's definitely a good relationship with her now. When I first came out to her, I felt terrified because I said, I never thought that I would come out to her. I always thought that I would come out when she wasn't here no more, because it was really hard to navigate that cultural, if I came out to her and it was negative, then I would lose my mom, and my mom is my connection to my hometown and my that is my roots. So I was terrified. But I knew it was something I had to do. And I remember when I told her the first time and she was like, did you think anything was gonna happen? Like, I felt a lot of relief. I felt like I didn't have to carry so much with me anymore. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. That you feel like you were carrying like this huge load and you can finally let it go, you know? I think coming to Long Beach definitely helped because like I said, like I was born in Mexico in a really small town, and over there like queer people don't exist, and it's very homophobic, and it's like, if I always wonder like what would happen if I stayed in Mexico and I came out there, like I wouldn't feel the same way. Like I probably would be shunned kind of deal. And then I moved to Fresno, which is also very conservative. So definitely coming here has helped me like explore more of my like sexuality and more of my identity, because I've gone to spaces where it's like, it's very Latinx and it's also queer. So those two parts of my identity kind of meet, and I don't feel like I have to, like, I can only be one way or the other. Like when I'm in Latinx spaces, sometimes I don't feel like I can be queer. And when I'm in queer spaces, I don't always feel like I can be Latinx. So coming here, it's like that part has meshed. And it's like I'm seeing things that I never thought was possible. Like I went to an all queer cumbia like party, and it was like a sense of community that I didn't know I could experience. That it was just okay to be every aspect of yourself, and you didn't have to kind of like water yourself down to fit each mold.
But what advice would you give to people who might be thinking of coming out or getting ready to come out?
Yeah. I think if you're thinking of coming out, definitely do it at your own pace. I think because of so much social media, you feel like you have to come out a certain way, or you just, when you come out, you're gonna feel liberated and it's gonna be great, and there's gonna be like rainbow coming out, and you're just gonna immediately accept yourself. But coming out is a step. Like first coming out to yourself, that's the hardest step, and coming out to other people for sure. Do it if you feel safe. Do it at your own time, and know that it's a journey. Like I still struggle with some parts of it too, and you're gonna undo a lot of things as you go along, but just be kind to yourself, because you kind of have like no map, like no roadmap, and you're just figuring it out as you go. So if you mess up sometimes, it's fine. But yeah, I think it's just a way of owning yourself and being honest with yourself and living a life that is like true and authentic to you. And you will feel much happier. And it's terrifying, but it's worth it.